What's going on out there tonight on YouTube and Twitch? We are making the connection with the Facebook family right now. It's another Friday.
Friday indeed. Welcome back.
Friday. Welcome to Friday, everybody. We're still getting the connection rolling here with Facebook. Hopefully everybody's week was not as long and tedious as mine. But there we go. Hello out there, Facebook. It's your main man, Wilson the Cosmic King. Kicking it with my favorite co-host. I'm just saying that because Nay's not here tonight.
No, for real. I was missing Nate tonight, but we're gonna be doing it.
Doing it. I know. I always miss Nate when she's not here, but she's out having a good time at Katsucon. So shout out to our other illustrious co-hosts. Hope you're having a good time out there enjoying the nerddom. Tonight's going to be a great night. Before we get started, don't forget that we still have the Tales of the Stars, the TOS Verse New Year's bundle available for just a little bit longer. I'm not sure much longer I'm going to leave that on the market out there. But you can get every one of the TOS Verse books right now for $20 in print, delivered to your door, plus shipping. So you can check us out at cnscomics.com anytime you want.
That's actually one of my favorite issues, the Hoarder. Yeah.
Number 2? Because you like the Hoarder old
drunken. I do like the Hoarder, though. I do, yeah. I like the Hoarder. Yeah, he's clever, yeah. He's got real hard, yeah.
He is. He's a slick dude. Yeah. Well, look, we got a special show tonight, and to kick off a very special show, because we got a very special guest, we're going to be rocking with a very special CNS Comics Tonight intro. Check this one out.
Going for the goal like a champion. The victory. Champion. I wanna ring like a champion. Go for the goal like a champion. I'm working so hard like a champion. Reaching my goal like a champion. Champion. I wanna ring like a champion. Go for the goal like a champion. I'm working so hard like a champion. Reaching my goal like a champion. I'm working so hard like a champion. Reaching my goals just like I'm a champion. This is a victory just like a champion. We making history just like a champion. I'm heart of a lion, got the soul of a slave. Working so hard from the time that I wait. Can send me a run through my blood and my veins. Born to win, that's the way I was raised. Champion breeder just running my family. Running it back just like we some athletes. I gotta get it for Caesar come after me. Winning or losing, I'm standing tall on my feet. Going for the ring like I'm Giannis by the bus. Like I'm from Milwaukee. I'm standing 10 toes, this is a 10-4 like I'm on the walkie-talkie. Champion. I wanna ring like a champion.
He was getting it up. You muted. Can't hear you.
Did I get caught on the mute again? Because I was going so hard. I knew I needed to mute myself.
I'm like,
I was in the background getting it.
You were going off, man.
Oh, my bad. Hey, good looking out there. Sorry about the mute there, everybody. But we, as you can see, I be going hard to the Beatz by my main man, Skeezy Beatz. We got a very special guest tonight. He's a hometown favorite representing the ENC hard. He's a talented musician, producer, recording artist. As you've just heard, he was nice enough to grace us with champions to put together with the intro so that we could go extra hard for him tonight. But without further ado, I'm going to bring in the main man himself, Skeezy Beatz. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Doing all right. How you holding up, fam?
I'm good, man. Can't complain.
All right. So, you got a little more volume, Skeezy?
I might have to step up a little bit. Can you hear me better?
There you go.
Okay.
Happy Friday, man. How's your weekend?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Doing all right. Did the weekend mean something to you this time?
Man, it's just more work. Weekend is just work for me, so You know,
The work that
stuff on
counts
the
the
computer.
most. What you working on right now?
I'm really finishing up this school, man, trying to get this little degree, man. So I've been kind of wrapped up in a lot of schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so,
You know I'm about that education. Get it, Skeezy.
yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Man, look,
All day.
nothing wrong with it.
Look, man, it's fundamental, man. You go pick the thing that mattered to you and expand on it, right?
Yeah, really. Just learning different avenues and just the whole ordeal and business about music. So, you know what I'm saying? Just making me come with a different approach.
The real fundamentals. So, for those of folks out there, because we're generally like a comic book nerd community type of group, but hip hop and nerddom have always gone hand in hand, man.
Yes,
They
yes.
just two parts of the same coin. For those for our audience out there that may not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, why you do what you do, and how you do what you do.
Man, look, man, I'm from North Carolina to be exact. I'm from Morehead City. That's where I was born and raised. Morehead City, that's a small little town on the coast of North Carolina, right around the corner from Beaufort, Havelock, about 30, 45 minutes from New Bern. But it's a real small place, so it's really based about seafood and pretty much music. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why music come in hand with me, because
Right.
I've been in music since I was a child, man. Coming up, I've been in music all around since a younger man, so it's no way around it.
Music in the veins.
Yes.
Well, I love the shout out to Havelock out there, Morehead City, the ENC. That's my stomping ground. It's a hometown favorite, you know, and it's a lot of folks don't realize how much and how big the music scene, the independent music scene and hip hop vibe is in that area.
Oh
Um,
yeah, man. For real.
but it's big. There's a lot of folks
It
doing a
is.
lot of
It
great
is.
things.
That's what's so special about it, because it's so unique. Everybody has their different sound. It's a lot of cats on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's out here putting out some good stuff. So salute and tip off to them brothers, man, and them sisters that's doing their thing. And
And of course, to my brother right here that's doing his thing, you heard champions on the intro, but Skeezy has a lot of different vibes. I came across surf, and I was digging surf because you can kind of like kick back to that one, and I feel like you ride in the car to surf. Uh, of all the stuff you've done here recently, what's something we should all be listening to from Skeezy Beatz?
man, first of all, you got to be listening to that champions, because champions. If you woke up today, you're a champion. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to make something happen. So definitely got to be listening to champions, and also that surf is on the it's an album I just dropped in December. My sister got married, and that album is very special because it's about love, and it's called Art of Love 2. From top to bottom, I guarantee you will find something you like up there.
And it's called
So
Auto Love Truth.
Art of Love 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Art of
All
Love
the
2,
Love too.
and that's gonna make you go back and listen to Art of Love 1. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so there's an All the Love 1 and 2. And we can get you where you at? Apple Music, Spotify,
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, everywhere. You can
everywhere
stream it.
music is, you can find
It's on
Easy
all
Beats.
streaming platforms. It's everywhere.
And I'm gonna hunt down a link for us. That way we can drop. You said All for One, All for Love 2.
Art of Love.
Art.
Yeah.
Look, you gotta forgive me.
Oh no,
Sometimes
you
I be
good?
dense.
You good?
We got
I like that though. I like that.
I do like see, and I love the artwork that you got going also on the album covers.
Man, I'm a big fan of just art in general. Like just I feel like that's a nice, you know, thing to be able to do. Somebody that can draw, man, that is a special talent.
I know Kim over there got that, but I feel the same way about
Music.
like music is like something even
I can't do that.
it's all math in a way, like math that I don't understand, I guess. Like for the
Yeah.
art, it feels like geometry, but for for the music. I don't know. It's like it still feels
It's math in that
mathematical.
too.
Like,
Yep, there's math in that too.
do you when you approach it though, like because Kim says that when he comes at his art, he's just like he feels it. Is it the same way for you, where it's just something you feel, or is it something more
Yeah,
structured? Or
I feel, I gotta feel something, and that makes me like I have a lot of thoughts in my head. So if I'm listening to something and something coming to me, and I'll go ahead and write it down. You know what I'm saying? I
okay,
just write it down so I won't forget that thought or lose that thought. Because if something make me put words to it, I'm gonna go ahead and put something to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how I am. Like if something just if I feel it that much, I'm gonna put some words to it and try to put something down to it.
so it's usually when you start your process, do you start from the music or you start from the words, or does it happen
A lot of times it's from the music.
from the music?
It's from the music, yeah. Or sometimes it might be stuff that might be happening. Something might happen in real life, you know what I'm saying, and spark a plug, and it's like, man, here we go. I got a story of, what I'm saying, this scenario that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
stuff like that too. But a lot of times if I'm listening to beats or making beats, I go off of that a lot of times.
I can see. I always like the freestyle, man. It's only for the streets, though. I try not to ever let anybody catch me recording. But like growing up, everybody got in a cipher. Like it was just
Yeah.
life. Like if you didn't,
Everybody did, yeah.
like, there's nobody
Yeah,
I grew up with that didn't do a little something, something. I
you
used
have
to
to.
go by the dirty squirrel back in the
We
day.
grew up, man. I grew up in high school, man. We freestyle. We had freestyle battles. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Like we was all serious about
Going
it.
hard,
For real.
forming groups and performing at the talent show. Everybody was going to be a rap group at one point. I remember, and a lot of my friends did something with it, man. And that's what I mean. Coming from that area that we come from, a lot of people really did pursue music like you're pursuing and actually start to create what is now that very bubbling scene out there in the NC. For those of you who don't know, definitely check Skeezy Beatz out on Spotify, YouTube. I dropped the link to the playlist for the album. I'm gonna put that in later on tonight and see what we got going. It seems like a you said I could vibe through the whole album.
Yeah,
It's
man,
about
she
love. It's a
vibey, man.
special
She
one.
all vibes. Both of them vibey. Art of Love 1 and Art of Love 2. They both vibey. That
Oh,
was the
love, and I
whole
see
mental
the Art of
process.
Love one came up for me too.
Yeah.
I was looking at the album art on that one. I like the album art on that one too.
And I pretty much just put those together from pictures out the phone and and apps, you know what I'm saying? And just did that myself.
They look good, man.
That's what's up, though. Yeah, that's what's up.
I like a I like it when you see. That's what I like about being indie, man. An indie person figure out how to do
You figure
everything
out
they
how to
got
make
to
it
figure
work.
out how to
Yeah.
do,
You
man.
figure out how to make it work, bro. For real.
That's it. Know how to grind. Know how to grind. What what's your favorite song though? I know you said The Art of Love right
My
now
favorite
and
song.
Champions we got to be listening to, but I mean, what is the song that you made that was like the song where you were like this is what I'm going to do because I'm feeling this?
Um, I would have to say on the Art of Love 2, it would be the song Best of Me.
Best of me. I'm asking because I'm making like my list of where I'm gonna
Yeah,
start and
like
how I'm gonna start
I
exploring deeper into the Skeezy
yeah,
Beats
man, that
music world.
Best of Me,
Best of me.
you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I'm
pretty
writing
much
that
about
down too. For real.
it's about a female that brought the best of me out, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the story of that, and I just break down different qualities, stuff that I did that brought the best of me out, you know what I mean? So
Ooh,
and the beat vibey, hook catchy, and she gonna slap in your trunk. So you get best of me,
that's it.
yeah, that's my number one right now.
Okay. All right. See, I'm the note making my little notations.
No, for real though.
And that's number two on our love two.
Yep.
And if if we want to support, what's the best way to support? Is it to stream on Spotify? Is it to stream on YouTube? Can we buy the album direct from different
you
places?
Can buy it, you can buy it, you can stream it. If you buy it, that's that's really supporting and helping.
Yeah, of course.
iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, it's on all of those. You can stream
Go
it.
out there tonight, everybody. Pick up The Art of Love 1 and 2. Sit down with your babe. Get your favorite beverage. Get whatever it is that you like to relax with. Do your Netflix and chill, but do it with Skeezy Beatz, Art of Love, and have the real night. See, that's something we take it back to the old school when you used to put an album on. You used to show them how you do. I'm excited to talk more about you with we're gonna make you nerd out. Now we music and we nerd out too. We were messing with Skeezy earlier because he does not anime, which
I was like,
I'm sorry.
no apologies. It's awesome. It just means you can start anywhere.
I just haven't got into it, but you know what I'm saying? That's why y'all would tell me some things we were talking earlier. So I'm gonna give them things a little shot and see how it goes, So
but you do kung fu. You do not anime, but you do kung fu.
I do kung fu all day, yeah. Kung fu, martial arts, karate.
These are things that have always paired with hip hop, like anime and hip hop. Kung fu and hip hop is even an older bond than anime. Like the new school bond is anime and hip hop, but way back in the day, kung fu and hip hop went together. I mean, I think of The Last Dragon.
Oh man, that's classic. Right,
Last Dragon is just a perfect blending of cultures at the time, because you come out of the 70s tradition of kung fu, because kung fu was strong in the 70s. They had a really good tradition with a lot of that classic kung fu. I like the 36 Chambers, man. Like,
oh yeah,
that joint go hard when he finally get the 3-part stick and start going to everybody ass, and that's just it.
Bruce was a fool.
The flying guillotine, the masters of the flying guillotine, where you throw that hat on you and snatch your head off.
Yeah, he was a fool, man.
Bruce was a fool though. He was like, you can come all together or one at a time. Look all y'all. Just look at all y'all.
They ain't play no games, man.
For real.
Master of the Flying Guillotine was good, man. And then you get like a lot of people who, at the same time, you've got like the Fat Boys type of hip hop going on that suddenly collides with this kung fu, and you get Bruce Leroy and Shonuff, who is quite possibly one of the greatest.
Classic, man.
You love that movie,
right? Yeah. Like Shonuff, one of the greatest characters of all time.
Man, I'm telling you, Shogun was a fool.
He was the man. Kiss my Converse, fool. Yeah. I mean, that was such good stuff, man. You ever think about making a kung fu hip hop album, like something like Wu-Tang style?
Yeah, man. My mind be going all over the place with this stuff. So, man, I'm definitely open to do all kind of stuff.
And that would be dope.
I actually want to try
music,
to like some visuals though, like a cartoon or a comic or something with it. Put the music.
You could do like that still motion comic style thing with some effects, but the beat go hard and like the sound effects be with it. I could see a lot of cool stuff happening with that, man. But you got to create your persona. Who would your kung fu persona be? Like, how would you translate Skeezy Beatz into the kung fu hip hop world?
I don't know. I would have to think on that, like as far as the name and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I see some cool stuff happening there, man. We have to we could link up on that sometime.
Definitely link up on that and
some cool stuff.
Collaboration right there, though.
Really. Yeah, like just like you do like a mini album.
Yeah. And
all themed together into your kung fu saga. It could be dope, man. It'd be a dope thing. Kind of like a I don't know. Would it be a musical? Does that count as a musical?
I mean, yeah.
Skeezy Beatz produces a kung fu musical.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been doing this film editing and scoring here lately. So that's like, with the background music that you hear, on music, movies and stuff. So
sound design.
look, man, the sky's the limit now. So I've already
That's what I'm
done a
talking
couple of
about,
pieces.
man.
So if I already know from me doing a couple of pieces, and this was for like, man, I had to remake the Lord of the Rings. I got this little stupid book right here. This is from the school, but yeah, I had to remake. And when you open the book, there's stuff like this for music here. This is my nerd stuff.
That's dope.
Skeezy said, "This is how I nerd." Because
stuff.
reading music is a big deal to me, man. I can't do it anymore. At one point, I played a trombone back in middle school, but reading music is a real thing. Like, and the ability to, he said, "This is how I nerd." That looked just like, huh?
Even I look at it, I'm like, oh, as soon as I seen it when it came in, because I got some other ones that's like 2-3 times thicker than that. So like I can read some of that stuff. Some of it is like really difficult. I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
Practice makes perfect.
Crazy stuff, but it's exactly.
What's your favorite instrument that you play? Do you have a particular instrument you play still, or do you?
And I mean, I play the piano, but I played I played the trumpet and the trombone in school. Not the trombone, the tuba. Sorry, I played the trumpet and the tuba in school.
Okay,
And
okay.
I did marching band, and I played the sousaphone and marching band. That was a whole experience right there.
Marching band gangster. That's just way too much work for me. You gotta be in way too good a shape.
It wasn't as as they look.
Like especially if you the tuba in the marching band, you out there marching with the tuba.
That's that big old thing, and then it was summertime, so it was hot. Sun just beaming right there, man.
Oh, man.
Y'all better win. I'm out here doing all this.
Yo. But,
trumpet, tuba, piano. I feel like that's just like.
I love guitars though. That's like my favorite instrument.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how to play it, but guitar is my favorite though. It's just something about a guitar, man. A bass guitar, electric, or a lead guitar. You
gonna learn it?
Yeah, you can play piano. You can definitely learn that.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna find the time to. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you
like
say, Kim. How many instruments do you play?
I only play with the brush, bro. I only play with the brush.
The video games.
Hey.
No, the brush, the art brush. Paintbrush.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about the game where you'd be hitting the blocks with the wand and it make the music. That's the only music I make right there.
I only play with the brush, bro.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I love the opportunity to connect with people because of across talents, because there's so many things that we watch get produced, right? And we're like, wow, how does that happen? And then in reality, it happens by a group of people with a will getting together and combining talents to create something. So just raising the awareness that in your community out there are people like Skeezy who can make music, has a mind to dive into different video editing and video work. There's just so much out there that can be done if you link up with each other. So that's part of the mission of CnS Comics Tonight, is to get together with amazingly talented people like you to cut up, first of all, because we do cut up, but also to, really give an opportunity for everybody to connect, to see, the great things that are going on in everybody's community. So I appreciate you coming out and taking the time to kick it with us and letting us explore more about what you got going on.
Brothers. I appreciate y'all having me up here.
A lot of fun, man. What's your 5 years? In 5 years, what's Skeezy gonna be doing?
5 years.
What's your 5-year plan?
5-year plan. Skeezy is definitely gonna have I'm working on getting a building. That's my ultimate goal in 5 years, to have a building for all of everything, recording, artist development, if you need mixing, mastering, just the whole shebang.
The full studio put together and set up.
not
Okay,
just
all right.
coming and record, but you know, I'm gonna offer all of the tools that I was taught. So, you know, because a lot of stuff wasn't gave to us as artists coming up. We had to learn the hard way and get out there and get it how you live. So it's always good, man, to give that game back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
All
that's what
those building blocks.
in 5 years, you know, I want to have the brand, the APM, which is all positive moves. You know what I'm saying? Music. So in 5 years, the brand should be well known and you know what I'm saying, in a good place.
That's it. So we're looking to establish the not just the studio, but a place where other artists can be developed and where they can learn and they can have a place where they can hone their talents and get the support network that didn't exist for there's a lot of reasons why it didn't exist. Like the ability to make music just has been super empowered by, and the same thing with comics. I can do it because of the internet and because of how the world has changed. The upfront barriers aren't as bad, and it makes it so that you can build something that really can help others. That's part of the thing that I didn't start off with that mission with CNS Comics. I really just wanted to put the Tales of the Stars out, but I realized once I got the infrastructure going that it could help other people do the same type of thing. So I definitely believe in that mission where you create something in your community that continues to help your community grow. um, that's a noble mission. It's a noble mission.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen too. And you said it's all positive,
All positive moves.
all positive moves. APM.
APM.
Love it. Stay positive. Keep it positive. So we usually like to play 3 quick questions. One of our co-hosts is out, so I'm gonna drop the first quick question on you. Where does the name Skeezy Beatz come from? Why Skeezy Beatz?
All right.
Is this a PC story? Look at him. He's like, well, first of all,
look, it comes from, man, like I was doing some things in my prior life, and you know what I'm saying? It came from, they used to call, I had a name by Ski. So it went from Ski, and back then, coming up, Jeezy was hot, and Weezy for Lil Wayne. So I felt like I was kind of hot, like in their aspect. So I'm like, you know, I'm Skeezy. You know what I'm saying? I already made the beat, so I just threw the beats on the end of Skeezy Beats. And the guys was already calling me Ski anyway, and Skeezy anyway. So it was like, I just ran with it.
And it stuck. And here we are now.
But it comes from a prior life stuff.
But it's a way that you took that and transformed that into this all positive moves that we're formed with now. See that, and that's the beautiful thing about it, is that everything we are helps us grow into who we're supposed to be in, and ultimately what we develop into. I love that, man. I love that, man. Skeezy Beatz. You heard it here. CnS Comics Tonight. Kim, try to go easy on Skeezy. Kim be brutal, man. I'm just gonna warn you right up front. You don't play nice with 3 quick questions.
No, for real. Like, I know you don't really like. I mean, you're not really into anime, but I wanted to ask you, like, what kind of like, do you have like a favorite mob type movie?
Man, it's got to be Godfather.
Which one though? Which
Godfather.
one?
That's too many.
First one.
I ain't got past the first one. The first and the second one is all I watched. I don't know how many.
I mean, people be hating on the third one, but I like the third one too. They all good.
Goodfellas is up there too.
Goodfellas, man.
It was because it wasn't as long as Godfather. Godfather was long.
It was really long, yeah. Have you seen American Gangster?
American Gangster is greatness.
Yeah,
that is I freaking love that one. That's so good.
Yep, it's on the level to me with Godfather. Good. Like that's a mob movie that hits.
Yes.
Oh man, I
love American Gangster. It's so good.
We count The Usual Suspects? Were they?
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one too, though.
I'm a huge fan of that film.
Blow. I would say Blow is one of the.
Oh dang! I didn't remember that one. Dang, that
was trying to get Boston George and Diego money, stack it all up like it's Lego money.
Yeah,
That's that album I played. That was one of the albums I played endlessly. When you said something about Jeezy, at one point I felt it was the last rap album. Things have changed since then, but like at the time I was like, well, no, they're not making rap anymore, and this is the last rap album. But that album, Thug Motivation 101,
Man,
I played the crap out of Thug Motivation 101.
Yeah, that was like the Bible back then.
That thing, man. I was driving a big blue van.
That album, yeah, man, I don't know that.
It's so good, man.
One of the hardest albums ever dropped from an artist, man. Like it ain't the hardest, but that's one of them in the collection. You can throw that Thug Motivation 101 in the collection.
Yeah, I play it from start to finish. Still to this day, it is to me one of the classic rap albums. I like that. I'm a big fan of the clips too, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Clips.
What you said, Lil Wayne, Jeezy. What were your other inspirations musically?
Oh man, just so much. It's hard to name, but I listen to a lot of old school. You know what I'm saying? Willie Hutch, Bobby Womack. You know what I'm saying? Those type of guys, man, and
put the love moves on it. He said Bobby Womack.
It was like more influence, but a lot of those old schools, I really, because there was real music. Far as
the bass lines back in the day, man, the bass lines be so serious, man. Yeah, man. Like Bill Withers, just stay with fire bass lines. I didn't do a lot of Bobby Womack. I love me some Sam Cooke though. Like of all the, like when you go way back to the crooners and the ones that sang like that, like Sam Cooke be my boy, because he got some kind of sadness to him that just always resonated with me. Like that it was powerful but sad at the same time.
Yeah.
I like that though. Yeah, I like that though. Different. The
feeling I can relate to. It's not, you kind of angry. You angry, but it's like you know what I mean? That's really what it is. You're angry that you can't let your power free.
Yeah. It's like one of those songs that like resonate in your soul. Like you feel it the whole way through,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trouble in Mind. If anybody's wondering, my favorite Sam Cooke song is Trouble in Mind. You want to go run that back old school. Your favorite old school is what's your favorite old school joint of all time? Like your older song. You can be in the 80s, I guess. Now we old enough to where the 80s kind of old now. So,
daggone, man. Let me see. Old song. It would have to be. What was it? I was just listening to it the other day too. What's it? Rick James and Tina Marie, man. That Fire and Desire.
Dang, he said Rick James and Tina Marie.
Man, look, that's like old school. That song, come on. A lot of people know that song, man. He just sung the hell out of that song. She sung it too. I always thought forever when I was young that she was black. She was a white woman.
Tina Marie she says she transcending the lines there, man. She just got soul, man. Some people got soul.
Yeah.
Dang, boy, those two had passion for each other. You could definitely hear it in that song.
Yeah, that was like
some real stuff going on there. I never imagined that somebody was going to call out Rick James like that. It's not that as soon as you say Rick James, I'm like, oh yeah, Rick James got some joints in the ghetto. He got a bunch of jams.
Think of the other joints though. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, give it to me, baby. The ones that still come on the radio right now.
Yeah.
That joint be hitting. I can hear it right now, though. Oh, Rick James do got them jams. No. Oh man, I did. Okay. All right. So I was gonna say non-rap, and then you just didn't even go towards any kind of rap or hip hop influences. You were like Bobby Womack. Straight to the back, straight back.
I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap music, but them old schools, I really feel that music, like the way that the music is played. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell that's a real guitar. That's a real somebody playing that piano for real. They
That's
got a
not
whole
just somebody
band.
hitting P on the
Yeah,
keyboard and it going.
it's different.
But that's real though. It's different. Like it's different from how it was like back then, because like back then, like it wasn't a track until you felt it. Like it wasn't a track until like you actually felt that shit. Like they didn't just push it on or like throw something on and like you like rap to it. Like no, it wasn't a song until you actually felt it. Like they didn't put that shit on the radio until like it was it was more real back then.
Recording in single takes, like when you really think about,
Right, bro? That's crazy shit.
well, you got to give a lot of
Man,
credit to
I'm gonna give you
old
something.
school music.
I remember recording.
Man. Yeah.
And I ain't old school, like what we talking about, but I remember recording my first thing on tape. You remember when they used to have a recorder?
Yes, on cassettes.
Yeah, like that was a whole different process of recording right there. Different recording process.
It was hard. You had to have very expensive equipment to do things too.
Yeah.
Originally, before they started getting where if you wanted it to sound good, but if you were just making that tape that you were trying to get somebody to listen to so you could make the real joint. And I remember everybody was slinging a cassette or a CD out the trunk of their car at some point. They had something for you. Everybody had a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
And some people had real talent. Like there was a lot of real talent going around, man.
Everything has went so digital, it's like you got to keep up with it when you out here, and especially if you as a creator,
Right.
you have to keep up because that's what the demand is. The people they're going to want something that's up to date. You might have a couple people that want some old. A lot of people going to want what sound like today or what looks like today.
But as a creator, how do you balance that with because I got to be honest, I love everybody who loves what I make, but if like I actually make it more for me, I think sometimes it might be
I am too, and
a little
it
too
is kind of
selfish.
hard. It is kind of hard to balance, and I don't know if it's that wrong or right, but I feel like it's right to me.
I feel like it's right to me too.
To put myself first in my art and my craft.
Because I'm not gonna. If I feel like it's that dope, then that speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, bro. Yeah. 100.
I agree with that. Sometimes it's got to be about putting out what you feel.
Yeah, that just shows. Hey, I feel what I'm doing. I have confidence in this.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So if I can feel that confidence, you can feel it too.
Yeah,
through the music, that genuineness comes through, that authentic. There's something about it being authentic, and I think you hear it like you and Kim were both referring to in the older recordings. There's less between you and the artist than there is today. There's so much cleaning up of it, and there's so much that I think with how even just the auto cleanup that's on a recording might snatch something out of a voice that you can't hear anymore, that really when you hear that person live changes everything about the voice.
That's kind of the beauty. That's the beauty of it, because that's kind of helped as far as you can do all kind of stuff nowadays than back then. And that's why it's kind of like, for me, starting back then doing music, it still sticks with me now, because like, all right, if I was to go to a studio now, if I didn't have my own setup, I would have my rhymes together. I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do before I go there, because that's money.
Right.
To the studio,
they're charging you by the hour, by the minute to record.
So it's like, I take it very passionate. So it's like, man, I always just have my stuff together and I go. So, even back then, with the tapes, you had to have your rhymes ready. You couldn't go out there messing up. It ain't like now we can just cut and chop art.
No, you gotta go back to the beginning of the tape. One take, we gotta do it all over again. And then look, somebody honked the horn pulling up to the house, and oh man, we're starting over again, because people were literally recording in their garages and out of the back room of the house, and with
right there in the living room, anywhere.
Man, it was a fun time though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't know. I think about some of these amazing voices that seem to still sound better with the old recording than all these people do today. Like, I don't know, Whitney, Aretha. Etta James,
It's the soul,
Ella
man. It's the
Fitzgerald,
soul.
like they weren't recorded on this high tech. They were recorded on some raw stuff.
People took that and flipped them samples.
But
Yes.
like I said though, like it's like this, like that difference you see. Like I personally feel like the difference you feel or you hear in the music between like back then and now. Why like it even still sounds better like older music, because like older music had more soul, and that's what you hear, that's what you feel. Whereas like a lot of new music, yeah, it has like good tunes and like a good vibe, but it doesn't always have that soul, you know.
And I think that happens when you do, you know, that what we were just discussing, when you try to make something for an audience as a creator, as an artist.
Yeah.
You can't make it right unless you make it for you. It's a weird thing about art and creation, but it's a selfish act that is beneficial to the world. Like that's how it's supposed to be, but it's a selfish act. And there's something kind of arrogant about making something and thinking somebody should like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got to have a little bit of, yeah, you're going to like this. I'm going to make you something to look at and you're going to like it. And there's something that you got to have a mindset for that, or a passion, or
it is,
you know, like, or a talent. Like in the case of both Kim and Skeezy, you guys have demonstrable talents. Like when you hear music or make music, it's different than if I sit down at a piano and even like one thing I like about music is I always tell everybody, anybody can learn any instrument. I don't care what you say. You can sit down, put the hours in and practice and learn an instrument. You can sit down, put the hours in, practice and learn to draw. But the people who are drawn to it and do it because they can't do anything else, like I do other stuff, but I wish I was drawing. I'm doing something else, but I wish I was making music. When you work in the thing that you wish you were working in.
Yeah, you don't even have time, really. You're so wrapped up in it. You know how it be.
Doesn't feel like work.
Man, you don't even have, man.
It doesn't feel like work. But it's like
it don't. I could do this. I could do music
all the time.
It's not my job because I got a regular 9 to 5.
Right.
So a lot of times that clashes, you know, because I have a lot of creativity to be going through my mind when I'm at the job. So it's like, man, that's why I always just have to write stuff down and just keep it written down so I don't lose it. You know?
That's real. That's real. Yeah.
Get that little recorder, Skeezy, and just hit the line.
Right. And look,
and then put it away.
They got it to where you don't even have to go to the studio. They got stuff you can record on your phone with regular headphones. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
And actually seeing the evolution coming from where you came from with the speaker that's like taller than you, right? Because you used to have like I think it's lost on some people what recording music in the 90s was like. Like if you were coming up trying to make music in the 90s, like people forget what it was like. You had to have some stuff, man. That equipment, number one, was not cheap. Like you needed somewhere to put it because it wasn't like you know these little boxes you can put on the little Bluetooth speakers. They'd be like this big and make sound in the whole house. You used to have a speaker 5 foot tall and a foot wide to make that much sound, and you can do it with the little box. It's crazy.
Everything up that was not, man, we used to hook up all kind of speakers that wasn't like per se, like now I got the actual studio speakers or speakers that's for that. Man, we would hook the car speakers up, house theater systems up.
Create it. Throw the block party, just wire everybody's trunks together.
Evolution of the game, though, man. It's beautiful to see, though. It's kind of easier now to create, you know what I'm saying, than it was back then.
Right. I agree with that. Like across the board, I know it's true for things like being an independent publisher or creator, because if you wanted to write a book back in the day, you had to go find some rich old dude who liked what you made. Like, and the odds of them wanting something that wasn't already kind of cookie cutter. That's how you end up with a lot of cookie cutter stuff, is by you got some businessman who's doing the businessman thing. He's like, well, this sells. I'm gonna get
They
five
gotta keep
dudes,
it going.
five guys. It doesn't matter if I get 5 white guys, 5 black guys. It could be a mixed race group. We watched all the cookie cutters roll out, and they made good music, but it was like you can see the control on the creativity and the mainstream
Yeah.
flows because everybody's kind of the
Starting to
same
look
box
like,
set,
yeah.
you know,
Even
like
their
in
visuals.
sync, 98 degrees. They were all modeled after New Edition and Menudo, but it was the once it worked with New Edition and Menudo, then it was New Kids on the Block, uh, and then just every one of them, they just kept making one group after the other because it worked all the way to my boys who sing "I Swear" by the moon
Oh,
and the stars and the
that was that
sky.
jam back then, though.
I'll be there. That was a bad. They had one hit, but you know what I mean. They were putting out these cookie cutter groups,
Yeah.
and All for One, was that who they were?
I think was it All for
No.
One? It was a who was that, man? That
See,
was a
now I
boy
gotta
band.
look, man.
Yeah,
All
that
for
was-
One. Damn, I'm good, bro. I'm just old. I'll sing that whole song. You got to play it though. But you know what I mean? Like, and it's not that those guys weren't talented. Like, there's amazing singers, amazing musicians, but they were controlled. I'm sure they wanted to create something else, but
Yeah.
somebody was like, "No, this is gonna make us money." And I think we all get cheated if that's what happens to the creative process. If the creative process is hijacked by the, but this is gonna make money.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it up.
and I think that the opportunity, you know, with the tools that are available, you gotta be willing to grind for it. My man, Toby Igiwe, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He said I made a promise to myself I was going to do it every day for 10 years and see what happened. And I thought about that because I've had a job since I was 14. So essentially you'll work every day for something. You're going to work for something. And if you can find a way to every day work for yourself for 10 years and see what the result is, I think that everybody would be
Yeah.
impressed with what they
Right.
were able to do, putting that kind of time on and effort on themselves. And you know, like you said, you have a 9 to 5, but if you really want it, sometimes you just got to make it happen between 3 a.m. and 6 before you go back to the job, because that's when you want to. That's what you
Yeah.
got free to put your effort in. But
But
you
you
know,
know, I just like when you asked me earlier about the 5 years, that's like steps I'm taking towards where, you know, in 5 years, I'm definitely not going to be, you know, doing that because I feel like I don't put, like you say, shit, I don't put about 14 years into 9 to 5. So imagine if I did half of that with music.
right,
Well,
right.
So,
I mean, you got to work. You're gonna work doing something, man. There's no
man,
shame in getting out there and working your job to put it back on your own dreams, though. Don't go like be willing to bet on you, and I think that's something that you inspired me to do, and everybody who creates. And I hope that I do the same
right.
thing with my will to create, is to inspire you to bet on you. Is it easy all the time? It's easy to tell you no. Kim will tell you no. I'll tell. Is it worth it when you finish that beat, Skeezy, that thing that was on your heart, and you get it out there, and then the world hears it and they love it too? There's something about it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's
Something amazing.
It's worth it. Like, for real. It's hard, but it's worth it.
definitely,
It's
definitely,
worth it.
it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what comes out next. So, are you working? I know we've got Champions out right now. Is that the most recent single? Are you
That's the
working on a
most.
new album?
I'm working on. Yeah, I got the. I'm working on the trilogy. That's probably gonna come this summer of the Art of Love. So I'm gonna be Art of Love 3 this summer. You know, so we got to, you know, we got to have some love this summer. We got to show some love and spread some love, have a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, until
Part
then,
3.
I got some singles that's gonna drop in the place of that. I got some videos, a couple of videos that I got to do. So I'm gonna have some videos, some singles drop. You know, stay working and
Exercising those new skills.
yeah, man, keep promoting and collabing. I got some stuff out with Low Boy Rap right now.
Shout out to my cousin, Low Boy.
Man,
He's killing it too, man.
And some more work coming out. So stay tuned.
You got hitting up any live venues anywhere? We can catch Skeezy live.
I gotta look into that. I gotta look into that. I'm working on trying to put together my own show. Yeah, because I've already done little stuff like that, and it's a lot of stuff when you're trying to perform, man. It's like I don't feel like, and I don't mind paying to perform if it's for the right cause or for what I'm saying.
Right.
But it's just to do it, nah. So I would rather just, put together my own show, promote, go out there and sell tickets to people, really get people to come, whatever, and do it that way.
We're going to see a Skeezy Fest in the future.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, do it big, and do it indie. I believe in keeping it indie. I definitely understand wanting to try to build that platform that everybody can share. That's a dope idea, man. I look forward to getting to catch the live shows. I prefer live music.
Of course. Anytime, any day.
Always the jam.
Yeah, definitely, man.
What's the last concert you've seen? You've been to a concert anytime recent?
I've been to a concert, man. I haven't been to no concert in a while. I'm gonna be honest.
Been a hot second. I know, I can't remember the last time I went out for live music either. I feel like I saw Kelly Rollins and Chris Brown in Raleigh, but that's been a decade ago.
I went to New York last year before, I think, and was in Manhattan downtown somewhere, and it was this place like a little cafe, poetry place, whatever, and they had some all kind of people. I performed in there. The guys that came with me, North Carolina J.O., shout out to him, he performed. And I met a guy from up there that he actually got on some of my beats, whatnot. His name is Oh So Serious, but he's an R&B, and it was just good to meet him. It was like, yo, this guy, man, is pretty good here, man. You know what I'm saying? And just the Lincoln Network. That's the first time, like, in a while that I've been to seeing somebody that can actually perform. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
it's hard. It's hard to be a live performer, man.
People sound good in the studio, but performance is a totally different ball game, man. It's a totally different ball game.
No lie, you got to be bad to do it. I think Beyonce is one of the baddest ones because she can dance. That's why I say Michael Jackson was the greatest stage performer of all time, in my opinion, because he sang perfect key and dance for 2 hours straight. And and he did it his entire life. It's crazy.
It's crazy, though, for real.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
It's a lot of effort that goes into that, and to sing and dance at the same time is insane.
Without sounding out of breath, for real.
Put on the show and engage people at the same time while
how they was moving, like Michael Jackson and Beyonce, they move with a lot of energy.
No, for real.
That's how I'd be out there, like, get that oxygen tank.
Yeah, that takes a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's like a whole different level, man. Yeah. To maintain that the whole way through, it's crazy,
Yeah, Beyonce be getting it. I say that from people that I've seen in recent years. For sounding good and dancing, Beyonce does a solid job. She bad. B is bad. I ain't seen her live myself, but I've watched some of her concerts, and she be getting it, man. I would go to a Beyonce concert if anybody wants to send me a ticket. I can't pay for nothing like that, but if you want to send me a ticket, I'll go look at it.
It's an arm and a leg.
They'd be expensive, but sometimes it's worth it.
They do be, man. I feel like even if you didn't like Beyonce, if I give you tickets, you go just because they so damn expensive.
Oh, I'm going if somebody gives me a ticket.
Just for the experience. Yeah.
Beyonce, call me.
I'm sure they'd be.
Jay-Z too. I just want to see the concert, so I would also watch that. Yeah. I would watch that concert too. Whoever wants to send me those tickets. Who's your like a collaboration? So not just I guess it's two questions for you, Skeezy.
Okay.
Who is your ultimate collaboration for people living now? And who would your ultimate, would it change? Would your answer change if you could collaborate with musicians both living and dead?
No, I mean I would collab with some now. Uh, who I would like to collab with now, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I would love to collab with Larry June. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Larry June,
I
but
don't think I have. Make me hip.
yeah, Larry June is there. He's from out of West Coast. I think he's from Oakland, out of the Oakland area.
Okay.
So he got a real nice smooth flow, nice smooth beats. Got that vibe to it.
See, now I got to go check him out.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Larry June Smoothies in 1991 was the first track that popped up. So, living artists, you would like to collab with Larry June. Now, if you could collab with any artist ever to live, who would you collaborate with?
Man.
I'm out here hitting you with the hard questions like that.
Who would I ever collab with? Man, it would have to be. Man, who would I collab with? I think it would have to be Michael Jackson, man.
You get on with Mike.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Collab with Michael
My thoughts went to Whitney Houston because I'm a Whitney fan, and I feel like some of the beats that I've heard you make could be powerful ballads. You know what I mean? Like some of your songs, they're songs, man. Like you've been talking about, it's important to you to make real music. It's clear when you listen to your music, like when you're actually listening to it, there's layers to it, that it's got movements and a structure. It's not something that's just slapped together. And I feel like you could make a lot of different kinds of music. It wouldn't all have to be hip hop. Like you could sing some soul on top of a lot of those tracks you created.
Yeah. And that's where that's kind of where the Art of Loves have transitioned me to, because a lot of like Champion is more of a hip hop sound. I'm kind of fitting, but the Art of Loves, I'm kind of with the melody up there. I'm kind of singing on the songs, so that's where
I'm starting with All the Love 2. Art of Love 2 is on my I've been setting up my YouTube playlist over here. And then I need to get up on iTunes. I think I have iTunes, and I'm going to go up here and see if I can't get me a purchase of the Art of Loves 1 and 2. I suggest that everybody out there in the CnS Comics Tonight audience, y'all should check it out too. At least stream it if you can. And if you're inclined, go purchase the album so that you can support indie creation, indie music, and creation that comes from a place of passion. Big bright future coming from a man, Skeezy. Really? So Larry June, you heard it. If you want a hot beat, you want to collab with a high, an awesome producer and musician, check my boy Skeezy Beatz out. I'd love to see that happen. Now I'm trying to see that happen now. So
man.
Before we check out tonight, Skeezy, tell everybody where they can find you. And
man, you can find me on Instagram at Skeezy Beatz. You can find me on Twitter at Skeezy Beatz. You can find me on YouTube at Skeezy Beatz. You can find me on iTunes at Skeezy. You can find me on all streaming platforms. Type in Skeezy.
That Skeezy, he's also on Facebook at Skeezy Beatz, so make sure you check him out, follow him across all those platforms, give the music a stream, support your local artists, musicians, creators, your small businesses, your mom and pop grocers, everything that's small business. Support that indie, because that's your local community. And when we get up, we all get up together. This has been another amazing Friday night with my main man Kim, the multi-talented Skeezy Beatz. And this is CnS Comics Tonight. We'll see y'all next Friday.
It's been fun.